Hey, what is up, everybody? This is your boy AJTRIP, and welcome back to my podcasts. This is a podcast not only on my sports podcast, but also on my pop culture life other podcasts. The game according to me and the word according to me. And also, this is also going to be uploaded to YouTube. So, for those of you watching and listening to this on YouTube, I appreciate that as well. So I've named this Where I've Been and Where I'm Going, because this has been a pretty interesting first half of the year for me, as I had issues with, as I turned 41, I seemed to immediately start getting gout, and I've had to battle gout a few times. And then we were going to move and had to doing a lot of the things about trying to get the move and find the right, find an apartment so that we can move back to Chicago, which I am in Chicago. If you've seen my latest YouTube video, you see that I am back in Chicago, so that is great. So I've been working trying to get on that, and I had to make sure that we get the boxing straight and find movers and everything. So it's just been a absolutely insane year. I pretty much basically stopped doing videos on my YouTube channel, and I stopped doing podcasts as well. The only thing I ever did was I did YouTube videos for the WWE. So like I did the predictions video and the rapid reactions. I didn't do anything else. I stopped maybe like in February or March or something like that. I just said I was gonna start back when it came, when I got settled in Chicago, and I did that. And then also I think because of like some of the great things that I did, and because I helped my mother, because me and my mother moved together, because I was such a big help with my mother. She was generous enough to let me, upgrade my desktop so that I can do videos again. I can do Try Not to Laugh. I can do reaction videos, along with also the other videos I like to do, the top 10 lists and the that's a shoots and all these other videos, and I can do that, and I can also do podcasts again, and I can start doing that. We got football season on the way, so that's going to happen, and so it's going to be exciting, and it's going to be new, and there's going to be a lot of great things happening, I think, for me in this near future, and I can't wait to share these with you, those out there who have been with me, and hopefully some of these things are happening. There will be some new things happening along the way as well that could also be great. So that's going to be a great thing. So let's go ahead and let's start with the move, because that, my God, let me tell you something. Anybody out there listening, if you're going to make a move across the country, please do not use Adams Van Lines and Trusted Good Movers. Please do not use any of those ones, because they are just scams. They are scams, and they are awful to deal with. Awful customer service, awful, people, just ridiculous. And we had to deal with them because they were, they had our stuff. So we had to deal with them, but I was really contemplating not paying these people, because when we sat down, we found these things. Because what I was looking for, like good ratings, and I found this website where it's at the top 10 highly rated movers. So, and Adams Van Lines were one of them. And I didn't check in to see more into it, because if I would have saw that there was a lot more negative ones than positive ones. The positive ones have to be fake, because all the negative ones were the same ones that talk about the same things that we went through. How they told us one date they were going to be there, and then they came another day. They told us, and then and I had our stuff. We got our stuff. They told us that it was going to be on June 18th when they would be there, and they didn't come until like July 10th, 9th, 10th, whatever it was. Just absolutely awful. And then like the movers themselves, the two people that get Adams Van Line, they would get your service, and then they would in contract or whatever, and then they will sell it to somebody else and use those. And then the guys from Trusted Good Movers were lazy as fuck. They didn't do a damn thing. I didn't see them move one thing. I didn't see them do one thing. Like when we were down in Charlotte, when they came, they brought people to do some work, and then those guys left for some reason. I guess they didn't want to do the work. So then instead of them starting the work, they decided that they were gonna go in the truck and take a nap. I was like, what the fuck? You're gonna go in the truck and take a nap when you should be packing our stuff up? Man, it was so just absolutely fucked up. And then when they finally brought it here in Chicago, I guess they lied to the people, said there was gonna be 5 or 6 guys, and then it was only 2 guys. They had two guys had to take all of our stuff up the stairs, and we had some very big and hairy things, and and this was one thing that we didn't think about, because we've never we didn't do a move like this. When my mother left Chicago around 2012, I think it was 2012. She left Chicago to come down here to go down to Charlotte, but she wanted to be closer to her sister, who was living in Charlotte at the time. And it was just, and they did things that they got. So I'm not sure, but I know that it wasn't. I don't think it was not as bad as this one was. And and this one was a different thing, because my mother was dealing with. She had tardive dyskinesia, and she just I guess that was kind of taking it down, and she just wasn't in the right spot to do a lot. She would do something and then sit down for about 20-25 minutes before she then get up and do something else. So I was doing most of the packing and stuff like that, which I didn't mind. I don't mind, not at all. Didn't mind packing or anything like that. But this is my first time packing for a cross country trip, because when I left Chicago, I didn't do a big pack. I just took what I thought that I needed to go down to Chicago to be with her. I left I left a whole bunch of stuff, clothes and my comic book collection. I had a comic book collection with Archies and everything. I had a wrestling. Back in the day, I used to record wrestling every Monday in all the pay-per-views. I record wrestling, and I lost all those tapes. Left all those tapes back in Chicago as well. So I left, just left a lot of stuff that, and a lot of clothes. I took all my underwear and things like that, all my undershirts. But a lot of clothes, I didn't, I had so much clothes. See, and you talk about that, if I would have thought about it, what I would have done is I would have, packed those things. I would have packed those clothes and those things like that, and I would have sent it on ahead to Charlotte, so that it would have got there, so that when they would have come to get me, I would have still had those stuff, and then but it's just a long thing with that as well. But see, like so, I didn't know. So I was packing things, and we was. It was so bad because again, my mother was dealing with tardive dyskinesia, so she was doing a lot of things that, just guess she was worried about doing them, and we really that shouldn't have been the case, because what had happened was, I started looking for things, and I saw something that says like, I found this website called Open Door, and Open Door is a place where they will like buy your house, and you don't have to do any repairs or anything like that. They'll do the repairs when they buy the house. So that's a good idea. Mom wouldn't have to spend as much money as she would have spent. But she started doing those. She started looking on Angie's List and things like that for painters to come and paint the house. Like, no, let's stop. So then we got caught up in doing that, as I was trying to make sure that she didn't have to pay extra for things like that, for guys to come repair the house and come paint and fix holes and yada yada yada. I was trying to get her to not do that. Then it was and I think the tardive dyskinesia, that was part of it, because it just I think it was kind of making her just nervous and worried and things like that. So we got out in front of our skis with that, and then it was just like all downhill from there. We're trying to figure out all the deals and things like that, and we were trying to find a house up here, trying to find an apartment we could come to it up here, and both our credits are kind of shot. Neither one of us are over 600, and it seems like everyone wanted a 600 and 600 credit score, and we found one place that that accepted her but didn't accept me, and on the things, I kind of think that we should have taken that, because like I said, in Chicago, you can't have somebody live at your place for more than 14 days. So on the 15th day, I would have had to have leave and spend a day, out somewhere, and for as much money as we spent in hotels, I could have gone to a hotel for a day. I could have gone to a hotel for a day and then come back. Because really, we found the house, and the apartment is, it's something. It's something that has our, a thing over our head, but it's not a great apartment. It really is. It's old school windows, and they painted the windows, and the windows some of the windows are stuck. You can't raise them. They had old school screens, if they even have screens, and things like that. And the bathroom is awful. The bathroom is totally off. I can't put a bidet on the toilet, because the place where the thing is for the the shut off valve and place that you hook up the toilet to is like right above each other. So like the thing, it's right above each other, so that you can't have the wire or whatever, the tube can't be put onto the thing. So and then you can't put wipes in the toilet, so you can't do that. So you have to now put wipes. So now to get yourself clean, you either would have to take a shower every time you go to the bathroom, or you have to do what I'm doing now, is take your wipes and put them in a trash bag, because they don't want to put them in the pipe, because the pipes are old. So this place is just totally, and again, it's something for right now, but in a few months, I'm gonna start looking for other places to go because our lease is up in at the end of April of next year. It's not on a full year lease. Our lease is in April, and I hope that we can get out of here maybe sometime before then and go to a place, a modern place with a modern thing. And what I also hope is that our credit's still gonna be bad. That's just I don't know. That's still the case. But what I'm hoping is like it's like how this company and now that I think about it, this one of the reasons why this company took us is because they wanted to get this apartment rented. They wanted to get their money, almost $1,400 worth of for rent a month. But they want but I'm hoping that maybe we can take a break. Someone can give us a break. And we can have like a, and one thing about that being down in Charlotte trying to get an apartment in Chicago is you couldn't go and see the apartment. You couldn't go and talk to the person who was doing the doing the listing and things like that. Excuse me. So it was like all virtual and things like that. If we had a couple of virtual tours, but now we in Chicago, we could go and we can actually see the place, and then we could, maybe talk to the people and say, hey, this our credit is bad, but listen here, this is this, this is money she has from when she sold the house downstairs, and she's gonna have some more money coming in from the escrow and things like that, and this is how much that she gets a month from her retirement and everything like that. Yada, yada, yada. Hopefully, by that time, I will. I'm hoping that something will break for me, something either here with the podcasting or with the YouTube or the content creation. Also, by the way, I'll be able to now. I should be able now to stream. I hope I can. I hope I can be able to stream all of the games now. I got a PlayStation 5 as well. Another thing that she was nice enough for me to. To get, so I can now stream and something like that. I might do a test stream today. Today's a perfect day for it. But yeah, so do all these other things, and or maybe something like this. That's this one thing I got from Ticket Associates. I think I might get paid to go into Bulls games, but I need a state ID, and I gotta try to get some type of Chicago ID with a driver's license or a state ID or something. So. But a lot of things is hoping I get a job from that, and hoping that will be helpful. Or maybe I can win this damn Mega Millions. It's $1.2 billion, guys. $1.25 billion jackpot. That's crazy. But I don't even need that. Just if I could just win the 5 numbers, get $1 million. That'd be great. And then that's after taxes. You got that, and then you take that and you pay down what you get, and you try to pay some of the student loans off or something like that. So a lot of things I want need to happen, and hopefully can happen. So, but yeah, and it was just crazy because we should have going back to now packing and stuff like in the move. We should have thrown away a lot of stuff that we didn't that they didn't like. Her bed is a very large bed, and it's probably a bed for excuse me, it's a bed for a big bedroom. These bedrooms are not as big as the ones that were done in Charlotte. So she's very cramped in her bedroom a little bit, but she is just there. But that could have been something like that. We could have thrown that away. Thrown away a lot of other things too that that we just didn't. That for some reason we just didn't put in a box. And it was like we saw it and said, okay, we'll put it in the box. Right? We'll just put it in the box and we'll take it to Chicago. And we probably didn't need to. And So we came here with a lot of stuff, and some of the stuff needed to be thrown away, and and then when it finally did come here, and the stuff got here, I had to find some people to kind of help her, help us out, put our stuff back together, put our beds back together, our TVs back together, put the mirrors on our dresser back together, put her bed back together, put the kitchen table back together, things like that. Then we had to get somebody to help her unpack, because she's with her condition, which again is another thing as well. When we done in Charlotte and we finally got found some help for her, and we got the Ingrezza for the tardive dyskinesia. She started to take it. It started to go away, and it was pretty normal, and she was back to normal. The voices were talking and things like that. But when we came back up here, even though she was taking it, the stress of trying to find when were we gonna have our stuff brought to us, was just it's just so much that it took her. It started not to work, and even at one point we had her go. She wanted to go to the emergency room so that maybe she could get some help for it, and she kind of did. She got some clonazepam, and taking that along with the Ingrezza has kind of helped her out, but it's still not, I apologize for coughing. That's another thing that happened to me. I've got, I got things going on with me in my health and issues and things like that. And one of those things is that I seem to have a constant. So something is inside of me that is just having I'm constant coughing up mucus and phlegm. And sorry to be, gross if you're having to be eating anything, but yeah. So I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow. I'm gonna see if I can get some help for that. But yeah, and then her condition got worse, and she had an episode a day, and I don't know. It's just. I can't believe my mother's in this position, and it's all the people down in Charlotte's fault. It's all it is. They put her on some mental medication, Abilify, and when they took her off, that caused a tardive dyskinesia, because that's what most of the time you get tardive dyskinesia by being on mental medication, or you taking off the mental medication. And they done that. Abilify doesn't cause tardive dyskinesia. But when you go on the Abilify site, or when you Google it, one of the first things it says is it can cause tardive dyskinesia. Idiots. Yeah. So. Yeah, so again, I apologize for coughing through all of this. Usually I would maybe try to go back through it, maybe I would take breaks and maybe, so I can edit out the coughs. But I'm trying to do this one and just do this podcast in just one straight shoot, because I just want to be a stream of consciousness type of thing with this episode. And then, once I get started back to it, I'm going to be, because I am going to be doing this. I don't think I'm going to try to do what I did last year, and I try to do things like the top quarterbacks or the top running backs, top wide receivers, anything like that. I think I'm just going to do is just you didn't need to hear that. But I think what I'm going to try to do is what I am going to do is I'm just going to go back old school, and I'm going to do a We're gonna do a NCAA preview and an NFL preview, which would be both on the TV, on the YouTube channel, and be on the podcast channel. We'll do both of those like that, and then like every week I'm gonna be still doing the podcast. It's probably gonna be every Wednesday. Oh, it could be every Tuesday. Because one of the things that stopped me from doing it every Tuesday was, I wanted to have time to do some other stuff. But now not only do I have a new desktop, I also have a new laptop. And the laptop is fast, and it goes real fast. It's 8 terabytes, so it smokes. But sometimes with a lot of things, that's good. So I can be able to get up, do this, do the NFL and NCAA recap, and then still go ahead and do my stuff that I want to do later on as well. So all that. I'm gonna try to get back into the other podcast as well. But I was doing it every month. Every month I had a topic that I would do, and I would talk about that topic, whether it was newsworthy, whether it was just something off the top of the dome, whether it was just something, something about me and my life or whatever. I think I'm going to try to get back with that. I'm going to try to get back to doing reaction videos as well for my YouTube channel, youtube.com/@AJTRIP20 or @AJTRIP. I'm not sure exactly which one. We're doing that, going back to doing Try Not to Laugh. I'm not gonna count wins and losses for the rest of this year, but January 1st we're gonna start back, and we're gonna start back, baby, doing it big time. Yeah, we're gonna start back doing it big time. That's gonna be some fun stuff. Fun stuff. So yeah, like I said, this is Extremist Consciousness. I don't know if I continue to. Well, I don't even know where I'm at now. I'm just talking, but I'm hoping that we are now in a better spot than we were just a couple of weeks ago, because we are here and we're doing fine. We are making progresses. Trying our best to with everything that is going on. So, but yeah, and is there anything else I wanted to talk about? I've been talking for almost a half an hour. But is there anything else I wanted to speak about? I talked about the stuff that's happened in the past, with the move and everything. And then what I hope to do in the future with all of my content creation, I want to get back into it. I mentioned I'm going to get back into streaming. I may even, like I said, do a stream today to make sure that can happen. And so, yeah, I just want to get back into the scheme of things. I'm still, everything's not, this or that. I still need to get into to get back into maybe doing some of the things that I was doing each and every day. But hopefully that does come. Within the next month, maybe hopefully by August, by October 1st, I'm in a scheme of things, and I still have things going on, and I'm in a role, just like I was in a role of doing things down in Charlotte. So I hope I get back into a routine, as they say, a routine. So yeah, so AJTRIP is back. He's back on podcasts. He's back on YouTube. Hopefully he will be back on twitching and streaming and everything like that. And yes, and you can catch me on TikTok, AJTRIP20 on TikTok, and always like on Twitter, and AJTRIP20 on Twitter. Really, if it's AJTRIP20 or AJTRIP, I'm on Threads. You can find me on Threads as well, Instagram, all that good stuff. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So let's quickly go over what we got for the future. Again, like I said, the end of this month on the sports podcast, the Game According to Me, the NCAA preview show, the NFL preview show, and then after that, each and every week, each and every Tuesday, we're gonna start back reviewing the weekly weekend games with NCAA and the NFL. Should be start back doing reactions and turn out to laugh soon as well. Over on the YouTube channel, search AJTRIP. Doing that, hopefully on AJTRIP20 on Twitch. We're streaming games on Twitch as well. And yeah. So there you have it. That's it. That's where I've been and hopefully where I'm going. So for those of you guys watching on YouTube, post your comments down below. Tell me what you guys think. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'll try to answer them the best I can. And yeah, so AJTRIP is back and he's ready to party and hopefully ready to do a little damage to the content world. Post your comments down below. Tell me what you guys think. Let me know what you guys are thinking down on the YouTube channel. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching and listening. In this case, to this podcast. And for those of you guys listening on the podcast, yes, again, thank you. Make sure that you are subscribed to the Game According to Me, to the Word According to Me. Wherever you find your podcast, there should be. So make sure you subscribe. There's still Patreon, patreon.com/AJTRIP. Once I hit a certain amount of patrons, you'll be able to determine what you guys want to hear on the Word According to Me. What videos you want me to react to, or you want me to do, or anything like that on my YouTube channel, and what video games you want me to play on Twitch. And again, as always, I have to have those video games, unless you give me the money to get the video game that you want me to play or something like that. So yeah, and always there's always the thing on Anchor.fm. That's the hosting for my sports podcast. And if you go there to Anchor.fm, there are 3 tiers. It's 99 cents a month, $2.99 a month, I believe. Or is it $4.99 a month? I haven't done this in so long, I forget. But so there might be 99 cents, $4.99, and $9.99 a month. Or again, if you don't have the ability to monetarily support me and help me out, again, as long as you can do is rate this podcast, share this with your family and friends on all of your social media, spread the word. AJTRIP is back. Alright guys, that is it for me, and I am out.